Hi everybody, this is Connie. Of course, this is Connie's Creative Creations. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you would please think about hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you'd like. Now, if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad you are. Today is the first Friday and we are doing decor dupes. I'm so excited. So let's get right into this and I'll come back with some more information in just a couple of minutes. All right, this is a candlestick that my daughter got from the thrift store 2 or 3 years ago, and it was an ugly cream color. And she spray painted it a blue. Now you will see the blue that she had spray painted it on the bottom. Well, then she was tired of it and she gave it to me, and I ended up painting it red and, oh no, white and black stripes. And that's what you're seeing here. I'm covering up those stripes. I am painting the whole thing white. I end up putting 2 coats of white on, and this is just apple barrel white paint. I wanted a really smooth finish, and that's why I didn't do the chalk paint, because the chalk paint seems to leave a little bit of a residue sometimes, and so I wanted this to be extremely smooth. So here I am getting it all painted. Now this candlestick had some issues. It had some areas where it wasn't smooth, had some little bit of a divot chips, but you know what? I left it exactly that. I didn't fix those spots because I wanted this to have a lot of character. Now you'll figure out here in just a moment, and I'm sure you figured out from the beginning, this is a Mckenzie Child's dupe. Now, from what I understand, all her, or not her, all the company's designs are hand painted. So, hey, I'm hand painting this. Now, my daughter saw it and she goes, "Did you use tape for all those, or did you hand paint it?" And I, no. I hand painted every single square that ends up being on this. And so I'm just kind of using the guideline of the one to go off of each row, and I just work my way up the candlestick. Now, part of it I don't paint with the black and white checks, because you'll see when you see what I duped, it has some gold on it. I didn't want to paint it black and then have to try and go over it with gold. So here I am just working away. Now this is Apple Barrel's black gloss. I wished I had had the white gloss, but it's okay because I end up going over the whole thing once it's finished with high gloss or gloss Mod Podge, which makes it all cohesive so it all matches. And here I am, I'm just using a 1-inch square paintbrush, and this is paintbrush is from Plaid, and I'm just working my way up. This does take me a while, but it wasn't too long. I just had to get in my rhythm, and I'm not going to show you all the whole process because that would be boring. So, but you can see how I am doing it, the technique. I'm going back and forth and just using what was above or below to give me my next line so that I make these actually look like checks. Or, yeah, checks. So, I love the black and white look. And I'm planning on doing some more of this to match some of my other items. They all match together. I think it's just a really cool, awesome look that you can get with this. And yeah, so I'm finishing this, the first 2 lines, and you can see how easy this is. This paintbrush has a really sharp chisel edge, so it's very easy to get those lines really straight. And so that's why I'm doing it. So here I am just finishing that up on those 2, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Now that is that blue you see. This is the bottom. I'm doing the bottom of those checks. That's the blue that had been sprayed on it. I will cover it with black. I don't want that blue there anymore. So I am going to cover it with black. Now this appears to be like a ceramic candlestick. And that's why it is hollow. So I'm just getting this finished, and then I'm going to move on to the next section so you can see what I am going to do. So I'm showing you that is the high gloss, and I just put this on this little tile as my palette, and here I am. Now I've got a smaller paintbrush, and these are all square paintbrushes for all of these check squares. I just needed a smaller one. And this also has a really fine chisel end so that I can get it perfectly straight. So, and if I don't, I go over it and I straighten it up. But this is just a really fun way to do the check. It makes it easier. It's not perfect, and I don't want it perfect because that would take away from the end result. And I really, really love the way this turned out. So here I am just moving up this candlestick, and in just a moment I will show you what the Mckenzie childs originally look like at the end of this video. But I am going to get right into some information about this challenge that I am a part of. So as soon as we get done with this part, that's where we're moving to. And now you can see I skipped that one little ridge, and that's where I'm going to be putting the gold in, and you will see that there's several different ridges above this that I do end up skipping, and that is because I'm going to put the gold on it. And now I've moved up even higher. You can see on the candlestick where I've moved and how awesome this is starting to look. Just with the black and white checks is changing the whole look of this candlestick. And so yeah, so here I am just going, this is the second to the last row of these checks, and then we move on to the next section. And here I am just finishing up this last row of the check, and then I am going to move on to the next section of what I end up doing with this candlestick with the gold. And now you'll be surprised what I put down first. And I'm painting the inside of the top black. That same glossy, apple barrel glossy black paint, and I'm just doing this little section right in here of the black, and then I'm done completely with the black, and then we'll move on to the next section. Okay, so this challenge is called the First Friday, and of course we're doing decor dupes. The host is Lisa from My Great House, and Sarah from Jujubee DIY, and their guest host is Tami from Happiness Created. Down in the description box, you are going to find all their channel links as well as the playlist link. You're going to want to check everybody out in this collaboration because it's going to be amazing. Now let's get right back into this project. Okay, I'm using Folk Arts Multi-Surface. It's a yellow. I cannot remember the exact yellow. I will put it in the description box so that you can find it. Now what I'm doing is, by doing this yellow first, it gives the gold amazing base. So the gold really just pops because of this yellow being underneath it. And I'm just taking a little paintbrush and I'm just painting these little lines. There's going to be several little ones, and then the top is going to be gold as well. So I'm just going to let you see how this excuse me, turns out. Okay, so now I am covering that yellow with the gold, and I do one coat and then I just go back and do any touch-ups that maybe I missed or didn't quite coat it well enough. I really like this gold. I have some other golds that are really more, well, they're thinner and they don't do as well of a coat. But as you can see, this is really a nice thick coat, and it's making it look gold. Now, of course, this gold is not going to be the same gold that they used, just because I don't have that gold, and it more looks like, it almost looks like a spray paint, but I don't think it is, because I don't know exactly how they do it. But I'm just getting this part finished, and then I flip it over, and then I do that top part over that yellow. And like I said, some of it, the yellow shows through, and so I do go back over that yellow just to make sure that it looks gold and not yellow. But having the yellow underneath really gives you that gold look. Now I'm taking a really fine little black brush, and I'm using that same glossy black, and I'm just putting a black line around each row, and it just cleans up all those squares, just in case if I was a little wobbly with it. So I'm just going over every one of them. I'm going to on both sides of each gold line, just to clean up that whole thing so it just looks extremely sharp and more professionally done. But I really enjoy making this. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys are surprised by the price. And I can tell you, I have an image at the end of the video, but this costed me about $1 or less, because I think it was like 75 cents, maybe $1 at the thrift store when my daughter purchased it. And if you know anything about Mckenzie Child's items, they are definitely extremely expensive. So yeah, here I am just finishing this all up, and then you will get to see the reveal. And here I am just going to cover this whole thing with the gloss Mod Podge that will give it the cohesive look of very, very shiny paint. Now, here is the reveal. I hope you guys like this. I love it. So the original was $128. Mine was $1. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have the most blessed day as well as week. Don't forget to call somebody and tell them you love them today. It might be exactly what they need to hear. Also, don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.